Stress has the potential to harm us, or at the very least, take away our ability to appreciate the present moment and the beauty that surrounds us. The focus of today's video is on enhancing our perception so that life stressors can become opportunities for personal development and self-reflection. We will explore various concepts and techniques from different cultures and historical periods to enhance our quality of life. It's essential to listen carefully, as a particular piece of information could lift your spirits and safeguard you from a negative cycle. Also, if you find this video helpful, we would greatly appreciate it if you could hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. Alright, let's get into it. We owe it to ourselves to manage our stress as intelligently as possible. The suboptimal navigation and management of stress affects our mental health. It can aggravate anxiety, sadness, insomnia, and, of course, our overall health condition. Cardiovascular problems are known to be exacerbated by stress. It increases heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol, the stress hormone. Experiencing chronic stress can weaken the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to illnesses. Additionally, it can hinder the body's natural healing process. There are two sides to this issue. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, but studies have indicated that our perception of stress also plays a significant role. Our interpretation of stress has a significant impact on our long-term well-being. If we view prolonged and challenging stressors as opportunities to become stronger and more resilient, our mindset acts as a protective barrier against stress. This helps us develop greater resilience, resulting in better health outcomes. Stress can be harnessed and expressed through exercise, work, art, or even helping people. The way we perceive stress is crucial. You can view it as a burden, or as a potential or excess energy that can be transformed into something more positive. There are silver linings all around us if we just take the time to look for them. There's a saying in Buddhism, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. No matter what challenges we face, we have the power to use our pain as motivation for courage or improvement. There's no need to give up and believe that the pain will last forever. Many of us suffer in today's world because we care too much. We often worry about what others think of us, our work, our social media presence, and even small daily issues. However, placing too much importance on these things can lead to a life of unhappiness. The harsh reality is that everyone concentrates on themselves, not on others. As we delve deeper into the reasons behind our emotions, we gain the ability to regulate our actions to different situations and attain a stronger hold over our thoughts and feelings. This, in turn, helps us to safeguard our mental and emotional well-being by being mindful of what we allow into our lives. The closer we come into alignment with our core values, where we choose to compare ourselves not with others, but to who we were yesterday and whom we can become, working for 1% improvements every day, whether it's our well-being, relationships, fitness, financial stability, or our passions, if we don't have a plan, we may become a part of someone else's plan. It's a helpful tip to leave our phone in another room or on flight mode when we want to focus on work or hobbies. By setting higher personal standards, our boundaries become stronger and we can easily avoid distractions. In order to stop caring too much, it's important to change your mindset. Recognizing how small our problems are in the grand scheme of things can help us see things more clearly. Realizing that nothing lasts forever and our time on this planet is limited can give us the freedom to let go of unnecessary concerns. As Steve Jobs so eloquently put it, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. With this understanding, we can break free from the opinions and judgments of others. Ultimately, recognizing that nothing is permanent helps liberate us from unnecessary caring. The old saying that laughter is the best medicine cannot be ignored. Humor can bring us from misery to ecstasy in a fraction of a second. So how do we become more resilient and wiser in our approach to the stressors in our life? Stoicism teaches that we can control certain things and not others. You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Having a stoic attitude towards life entails refraining from seeking short-term pleasures. including instant gratification, eating sugar, responding immediately to notifications, or letting yourself fall into the trap of watching reels. The Stoics receive criticism because, to some, their way of life sounds bland and hard. However, they absolutely emphasize the importance of gratitude, which may be the most important spiritual advice in self-help, as life can pass us by heedlessly if we don't stop to smell the roses. Living in the moment is highly important for our well-being. You may have heard the saying by Lao Tzu, if you are depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. Gratitude is a great way to move back to the moment and embrace being alive. It's about being grateful for the blessings in our life, no matter how small. When we appreciate the little things, we can further appreciate the bigger things. To do this, you want to do more than swiftly list a bunch of things. You want to embrace the moment and feel the positive emotions in your heart or belly. Dwell on each positive thought for a few or several seconds. Then, move on to the next one. Keeping a daily journal is an excellent habit for many reasons. It helps us appreciate the blessings in our life, as we often don't realize their value until they're gone. Ultimately, our worldview can become brighter when we can look back at the month prior with fond memories and positive thoughts on the past, and it becomes easy to believe and imagine that there will be good times ahead and things to look forward to. Managing stress and improving overall well-being can be achieved through meditation. However, reaching a state of nirvana by clearing our mind of all thoughts can be challenging. It's not necessary to become a meditation master to experience transcendence, but it's still recommended for relaxation, health, and well-being, as well as cognitive benefits. Activity in the real world is also very powerful. Being engaged in a challenging task, hobby, or sport is a pragmatic approach to genuinely living in the moment. Have you ever been so engaged in a task or passion at hand that all the problems in your personal life and time seem to dissolve along with everything else? This concept in psychology is known as flow, coined by Hungarian psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi in his 1993 book, Flow. Flow is where you feel totally immersed in a task, feeling energized, focused, and although it is challenging, it eventually feels effortless. Hours can feel like minutes because you're so absorbed in the present moment. In this state, we're not only happier, but we perform better too. How do we reach this optimal state? Flow happens when participating in work, tasks, or hobbies that are neither too simple nor too demanding. We can reach this flow state when our skills and challenges align perfectly. It's a state of mind where we are fully present and feel as though there are tiny victories along the way which maintain our focus. We can find this state through limitless activities, from solving maths equations, cooking, painting, programming, hitting a ball against the wall, playing music, or even listening to music, anything that can absorb our full attention. The possibilities are endless. So you might be thinking, I better get some new passions, or perhaps you're reminded of a skill or hobby you would like to go back to. Whatever the case is, when learning a new skill, there's an initial pain period needed to be able to engage sufficiently. There needs to be somewhat of a challenge so that you can engage your senses, but not too much that you give up. Ultimately, when learning a new skill, we need to be willing to go through a novice or elementary phase where flow may not be achieved right away, but as our skill level increases, then full engagement can be achieved, generally quickly too, if there are little distractions. Remember that teaching flow can take time and effort in the initial phases. The process varies by person and activity at hand. These concepts and situations can help you experience flow in numerous areas of your life. Flow can help us intelligently design our lifestyle and workflow to allow for engagement, passion, and fulfillment. Mihaly once said, "The best moments usually occur when a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile." If these perspectives resonate with you and have helped you, feel free to leave a comment sharing your thoughts. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for being here, and don't forget to check out our video about how to stay motivated. I'll see you soon.